Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it.
We are live, the home of the Raptors in downtown Toronto, the Air Canada Center. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to Chicago. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Monroe is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Shumpert in the two guard. And Toronto has possession.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Williams again. Parker. Monroe left side. Got a piece of it. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And Green slams it in.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Shumpert penetrating. And that one is stuffed right through.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Parker passes to Johnson. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Shumpert kicks to Cousins. That's good. Cousins has got his first basket of the night. The Raptors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Over in the corner, Green. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Parker against Williams to the inside. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Out to Shumpert. Over in the corner, Williams. You know what? Now Toronto takes it the other way. Green kicks to Parker. Back to Green. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. Out to Parker. The feed now to O'Quinn. Outside, Green. The second chance effort. His first miss, now 3 of 4 from the field. Knicks trail by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's Williams with the drive. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Monroe dishes to Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for New York. Chalmers comes in for Jaron Williams. And it's Parker in the corner. The dish to Caldwell-Pope. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them right to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Chalmers pass to Caldwell-Pope. And Cousins gets to Ariza. It's stolen by Green. Parker outside. Kicks it to O'Quinn. The Knicks pull it in.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Monroe outside. Looking to end the drought. And he gets it to go. Monroe's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boozer, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Marion comes in for Green, and it's Rivers in for Manu Ginobili. Now, here's Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Turner. Moves back up. In deep. Cauley-Stein drops it in. Cauley-Stein's got his first bucket in this one.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Rivers kicks to Boozer. Nobody near Parker. And the Raptors miss again.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
Rivers dishes to Parker. And stolen by Chalmers. Caldwell-Pope passes to Evans. And Chalmers kicks to Cauley-Stein. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Raptors out in front. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
Austin Rivers is out there with Green. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Johnson. And it's Splitter in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Shot from the wing. Good on the jump shot. Rivers has got the first basket of the second quarter for Toronto. Here's Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Cousins missing again. Raptors leading by 3. Rivers kicks to Green. It's tipped. But they'll get another chance. The Raptors need to get a shot. Kicks it out to Johnson. This one for three. Green, no luck.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Williams dishes to Shumpert. Back to Williams. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And the Raptors making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. And then for New York, Monroe's checked in for Evans. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Turner. Green, the pass to Ginobili. Here's Rivers. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rivers has got his second bucket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Ginobili with the steal. Here's wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And stolen by Cousins. Here's Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now it's just a 4-point Toronto lead.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Williams inside the line. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. Toronto calls timeout.
And, you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
And Clark, for Darren Williams, he clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. Some changes for Toronto. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Splitter. And Parker subbed in for Austin Rivers. Knicks trailed by 5. Outside Williams. Inside. Deflects the pass. Stolen by O'Quinn. Manu Ginobili on the wing. For the 3. That's tipped. For New York, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Ariza kicks to Monroe. Williams again. Parker. 17-foot shot on the way. And he drops that one in. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Williams gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Parker dishes to O'Quinn. Shoots. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. Williams against Parker. It's Williams with the drive. And the shot is good. Williams has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And the call will be against Darren Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Johnson comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Marion in for Gerald Green. And it's Boozer penetrating. Banked in off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. Out to Turner. Takes the 3. They get it again. This is to Cauley-Stein. Here's Caldwell Pope. No good off the front iron.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Parker kicks to Boozer. Feeds to Ginobili. Shot clock at 6. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage of the game steadily heading north.
A shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Last outing for Toronto, unsuccessful. It was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now here's Parker. Johnson outside. From deep. Shot is off. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
It's been a good night for Green. He's got 11 points and 1 steal. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Craig Monroe is up there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Iman Shumpert. Then it's Williams. And it's Ariza in the small forward. Outside, Green. Second-chance shot. And the rejection by Cousins. Ginobili against Williams. He feeds it to Shumpert. He dishes it to Ariza. Shumpert passes to Ariza. New York needs to get off a shot. No good. Raptors leading by 9.
And guys, it's been a slow decline for Darren Williams the last few seasons. Once considered an elite point guard, he just doesn't have that stature any longer.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The pass to Cousins. The jump hook. Offensive rebound. Williams kicks to Shumpert. New York, no good that time either.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Raptors. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Monroe. The three, and again, Toronto with the triple.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Williams dishes.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
The drive by Green. O'Quinn makes it off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Cousins with the bucket.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
Parker, right side. And O'Quinn kicks to Parker. The drive by Green. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
Sure did.
And guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I don't think they had a clue.
Toronto calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Raptors making a change here. Splitters checked in. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Green, the pass to O'Quinn. Pass to Rivers. Green up on top. 11 points in the game. Second chance effort. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Johnson with the block.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
It's Williams with the drive. Misses from close range.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
On the wing, Green. He kicks it to O'Quinn. Clock at 6. Splitter. That one falls coming off Johnson's feed. Splitter's got his first points of the game.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Cousins with a screen on Rivers. Williams kicks to Cousins. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Cousins has got 8 points.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
Rivers against Williams. Over in the corner, Green. And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Splitter. Arian comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Ginobili for Green.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Whoa!
Goodness.
Woo. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what,
Agreed.
guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over. And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket.
Kevin, Greg, I think the stakes just got raised a little bit.
For the finish, it's tipped. And Chalmers kicks to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Johnson. Shot and game clock separated by 5. From deep. The Raptors rebound. Ginobili gets a wide open look. Got a piece of it. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Ginobili. Cauley-Stein with it. Got it off in time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. They've got Ginobili. Johnson out there with Boozer. Then there's Marion. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Knicks trailed by 14. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Parker left side. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Chalmers against Ginobili. 5 on the clock. Parker gets it to go from 18 feet away. Parker's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Raptors. Pass to Monroe. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Boozer. And it's Gerald Green in for Sean Marion. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Parker drives in. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson can't get it to go. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area. There's still value in that.
Ginobili with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. Johnson down low. Cousins is there. Johnson the screen. But they get it back. Here's O'Quinn. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Shot's good. And that's 10 points for Darren Williams.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Toronto calls timeout.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Dwayne, Casey had some words for his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
You know, players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Parker against Shumpert. Outside, Green. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by Williams. Knicks trail by 18. Here's Ariza. Goes back up. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Williams against Parker. On the wing, Green. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Ariza. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. Ariza no up.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Johnson attacking. And that one's good. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Shots good by Williams.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Raptors leading by 15. A good look from Parker. Can't hit. And New York the other way now.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Williams with a clean look. Again, the miss by Williams. Green kicks to Johnson. Sinks the triple. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Hey guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer. And Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
Knicks trail by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
Yeah, I thought the subs came in and did an outstanding job, Kevin. Those points off the bench were huge.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Johnson. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Green again. Sturridge lets it go from deep. Green, no luck. Williams kicks to Shumpert. And Williams, here we go. Here's Cousins. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And the wide open shot from Green. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rivers dishes to Ginobili. Now split it. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.